Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of Toy Geek Maniac. I am your host, Chad Thomas. So, in this episode, I purchased a Marvel Legends figure that I knew nothing about. I mean, I knew this character existed. I did not know anything about the history or the involvement in the Marvel Comics universe at all. So, So I bought the figure and I decided, okay, I'm just gonna look up the history of this character and see where this character lies in the comics, or if this character has appeared in cartoons or in the movies via cameo. Yeah, so it's been an interesting journey, but it's been fun to learn the basic foundations of who this character is and how they have been involved in the Marvel Comics universe. So this character is Jocasta. It was such a random purchase for me because, like I said, I was only just aware of her existence. I didn't know where in the comics history that she existed. And I thought that because I don't want to brag, but I pretty much know why most of the characters in the comics exist. Jocasta was a mystery. So I saw this and I said, you know what? I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to do some research and then I'm going to review her. So all in all, Jocasta was a creation of Ultron, and what he wanted was a mate and have his how do I want to put it, robotic artificial intelligence counterpart to be based on Janet Van Dyne, who is the Wasp. A little bit different from the Marvel Cinematic Universe continuity there. So that happens. Not entirely. The Avengers stop it. Jocasta is basically left blank. And throughout the history of her character, she gets reanimated and somehow reanimates Ultron, and she defeats him, or the Avengers defeat him, and that's kind of like a continuing pattern for quite a while. Um, and, and she has moments where, like, she fell in love with Vision, even though he was with Scarlet Witch. And Machine Man was involved with her, and there was lots of romantic drama going on there. But in my research, I don't think I know where she currently exists, based on the information on the internet. But anyhow, this is one interesting character, and for being a character that really is on the sidelines, she has a huge impact on certain events and things like that. So, I guess, I don't question why Hasbro decided to do a Marvel Legends figure of her. And, well, in all honesty, she looks really interesting, and seeing images of her from the comics, this visage is just astounding. And there's this artwork on the side that represents her very, very well. And then you get back of the package a little bit of a pose. So now I'm gonna open her up and we're gonna talk about how she works. So this is your basic look at Jocasta. The detail work on her is pretty darn stellar, and it really makes her look like she's mechanical, which she is. So I want to go into the actual specifics of her, and I'm just gonna let you know, the last few reviews I've done of Hasbro toys has been that something has automatically broken off of the figure, and not because I was abusive, it just happened. And it's documented. Check out other videos and you'll see. So anyway, here's Jocasta. She has a good, awesome look up. She actually does have a little bit of a look down, despite the mechanical aspects of her hair. Her head can go all the way around. So now we're going to take a look at the lateral lift of her arms, which there are tight notes, which I appreciate, but makes me skeptical. because I feel like I'm gonna break them. She does have a bicep twist, which is something that has been non-existent for female figures from Marvel Legends, for the most part. So that is interesting. So this is also where I feel the figure breaks. Hooray, it didn't. A single jointed elbow. Hasbro changed the elbow aspects on their figures most recently, and there's good and there's bad about it, but I don't like it. It makes it seem too fragile. She does get a turnable hand. With her fists closed, she does not get a flex at all. Well, she does get one on this side. Interesting. Alright. So we're going to take a look at the torso and abdomen aspects of her. Her ability to twist, bend up, bend back. Oh my god, that bend back is beautiful, but bend forward is not so hot. There is 360 rotation, which is not necessary unless you want it in the belt line, but the belt line has this fantastic detailing, so I can see why they wouldn't want to interrupt that. So with that being said, I'm gonna take a look at the back a little bit. You know what's so weird is that the metallic paint that is on her is picking up colors. It's so weird. I mean, she's really picking up colors from around her. That's so cool. But anyways, so definite detail in the hip and backside area, and that's not to objectify the character at all, I believe. I'm not offended that, that is something that has been done with this character, because obviously if you're going to make something, you have to find parts that fit what you want. I mean, if say for instance, Hawkeye, if he had a huge bulge, and it was just, that's what it is, and it's portrayed in the figure, yeah, okay, cool. I'm fine with that, but anyway. Alright, so the legs. Wow. Ooh. God, I get so scared with Hasbro figures nowadays. Okay, so not much of a lateral lift on the legs. There is a turning thigh. The knee is double jointed. I love it. I feel like Oprah. I love it. Okay, and then there's no boot turn for her, which is fine because she doesn't need it. This is going to be interesting. Okay, there's a twist on this figure, but not much of a flex. However, sometimes there's a nice flex. Oh my gosh, yes. But still, good flex and a pivot. Okay, I'm going to try one more time. We got the pivot. Oh. Okay. Alright, so I went through all of this articulation without breaking her, which is great, because let me just remind you. Han Solo broke. Princess Leia broke. I'm not buying new figures of them. I'm gonna just glue them into place and have to work with it, because at $20 a piece, I expect absolute great quality, and I shouldn't have to worry about when I pose a figure that something is gonna break. I mean, obviously, if I was abusive and I was like, you know, something like that, I would understand, but I understand how the joints work in a figure. If it doesn't go one way, it goes another. And see, I didn't think, you know, that both hands would flex. But they do. And I was scared because I didn't want to break her. So, the accessories that we have with Jocasta is a different set of hands. And I always find it so freaking, like, weird that whenever there's a figure with a closed fist, it seems like the fists are just, like, so tiny compared to the rest of the character. And I've seen that with Shuri, I've seen that with Vision, Captain Marvel, and even Jocasta. It's kind of creepy, and I don't want to necessarily use that feature because it looks weird. It's like you've got this great imposing character. He's so luckily, Jocasta comes with a set of hands that are open. Which I am all about. I mean, unless your character happens to have like power beams or something like that. I mean, the closed fist is fine, but for dramatic effects, you get so Jocasta, she has super strength. Obviously, she is an artificial intelligence, so she has super heightened electronic and computer capabilities. She also has an ability to create force fields, which is something of a tool that would have been nice to have with her right there. And she also is able to holographically disguise herself, which is interesting because one of my favorite characters in all pop culture is Gem, and that's one of her things. It's like, Synergy made me look like Asha, so yeah, she, this is a really decent character, and I'm so glad that I bought her just to learn about her. So that's really cool. So that's gonna be it for this episode of Toy Geek Maniac. I thank you so much for watching. We certainly appreciate every aspect of attention you give us, and we encourage you to stick with us and like us, or if you don't, dislike us. Let us know what doesn't work for you, or let us know what does work for you. We appreciate every single aspect of information that you guys give us. So with that being said, love and light to you all.